Hello and welcome back to another video on our matrix collection. In this video we're going to concentrate on fitting handrail and spindles to a cut string or open string staircase like this. If you have a closed string staircase, we have already done the video for this using our pre-drilled handrail and base rail, which are a great time saver. In the previous video we showed you the different methods involved in fitting the matrix metal spindles in your cut string staircase. Check out that video if you haven't seen it already. In this video we're going to show you how to figure out the placement of those spindles in your cut string stairs. So after all that, and you've decided what spindles you're going to use, what method you're going to use, we can begin the layout on the stairs. So first thing we need to do is mark the center of our Newel post here on the tread. So we need to measure the Newel post. In this case it's 91 millimeters. So half of the 91 is 45.5. So we'll just mark that on the bottom of the Newel post now. Next we'll work out what far that is in from the edge of the step. And then what I like to do is make myself a bit of a storyboard. This is in the exact same depth from the edge of the step. I can place it here, and it's just a simple line then on every tread to mark the center line for our holes. It's a good idea to check on your Newel post on the bottom and the top before you go this far, just to be sure that they are both the same, but it should be okay. It's time to calculate the spacing on our treads. Now, current building regulations state that a 100mm sphere cannot pass between the spindles at any point in the stairs. On a cut string staircase, that usually means we need to use 3 spindles per tread. The front spindle, we try and keep the front edge of the riser in line with the front edge of the spindle. So we'll get that measurement first. So to get that, we place the square here, and that is 20 millimeters. The next measurement we need is from the riser here to our edge on the square. In this case, it is 259 millimeters. Now it's time for the calculations. So if we begin with our 259 millimeters minus the 20 millimeters overhang on the tread, minus, we're going for matrix round on this one, which is 16 millimeters. Our 3/16s are 48. So we're minusing 48 equals 191, and we need to divide that by 3. This gives us 63.666, which is 63.5. From the riser out is 63.5. We then need to go the width of one of our matrix round spindles, which is 16 millimeters. And then again we're on 63 mil from that point. 63.5, sorry. Another 16 mil for the spindle, and our final spacing of 63.5 again. And that final 16 millimeters for a spindle, which should result in 20 mil for the overhang. We then go back and mark the centers of each of these. So half of 16 is 8, so we're marking on the 8 mil mark there. We have 8 on that one, and our final one 8 millimeters. So these are our drilling points for our 3 spindles. So we're going to now take our storyboard from earlier and mark up your center points for each hole. and you can mark each thread now. Just mark this is going to the riser, and then this will be our center points to drill each hole on each thread. So here we've done for matrix round. We're going to mark this thread for matrix square. So it's the same thing again. We're calculating with 259 minus the 20 mil overhang we had, minus the width of 3 matrix square spindles. So 3 12.7s is 38.1. We divide this again by 3 equals 66.9. So we'll be marking that probably at 67. So we're marking from the riser back out, we're marking 67. And then our 12.7. And another space of 67. And again 12.7 on that one. And our final space of 67. .7. So then we need to mark our center points on all of these. So that's 6.5-ish. Once we have our center points, we can transfer them to our storyboard from earlier on. Just draw the mark lines up, and we can use this then to mark all of our threads. So with all our other threads measured, we're going to come back to this first step here, because with the Newel base here, our spacing is going to be slightly different. So we're putting in 2 matrix round spindles in this. So we'll begin with our measurement at 225 minus 32 millimeters for our 2 spindles, and we divide that by 3 equals 64.3. So we'll measure that at 64 mil for our first hole, and then we have our 16 millimeters for a matrix round spindle, another 64 mil, and 16 for the spindle. We measure back to our centers again, and the half of the 16 is 8 millimeters, so measuring 8 on that one and 8 on this one. That's our center points marked for those 2. Now it's time to measure our handrail point on the Newel post here, and to get that, building regulations state it can be no lower than 900 millimeters from the going of the stairs. Now, going of the stairs is basically if you place a level on the nose of each step, the bottom of the level is what's referred to as the going of the stairs. So from this, we're going to measure up on a minimum of 900 mil. In this case, I'm going to go 930 mil to keep me well within building regulations. With our handrail installed, it's now time to transfer our markings from our threads up to the underside of the handrail. I have added a piece of masking tape here on a center line already to the bottom of the handrail. There's 2 methods you can use for this. You can use a simple level, short level with a stick to bring you on ahead up, and mark it. You have to do this for each of the locations on the step, or if you have a laser level, just switch it on, put the mark on your hole here, and then transfer that line onto the underside of the handrail. These are very handy because it's just a matter of sliding it across onto each point and marking the underside of the handrail. One thing I would say is, if you're doing this on a long span, always check that there's not a dip in the bottom of the handrail. If there is, put a prop from your tread to your step up till you get it nice and through. Make sure it's perfectly right, because if you mark it with a dip in the handrail, when it comes to actually cutting your spindles, etc., their hole centers could be off and you'll get a variation in how your spindles look at the end. Okay, that's it for this video regarding the placement of your matrix metal spindles in cut string stairs. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The next video will be dealing with the installation process.